What's up, everybody? Steven here. Go back to yet another Dynamite review. We are back reviewing AEW Dynamite Wednesday. My brother is here with me, of course, and we're going to go over everything that happened tonight, what it means going forward, pretty much where the layout is of AEW after All Out, of course, and what they're setting up. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good show. I actually thought it was a really good show. I don't know, probably in the 3.5, 4 range, I would say. The ending was a bit weird because it felt like they had to rush the ending with Minoru Suzuki. It just felt like they, like somebody went over too much, and it was like a 10-minute match.
Yeah, you could kind of see that in the entrances. They kind of cut Suzuki's.
They cut his song off before the big crowd thing, which
right.
people were mad about on Twitter. The match went fast. It was really quick. It
Very
was
hard hitting.
Hard hitting. I mean, I don't even know how Suzuki got busted open, but he got busted open hard way.
My best guess is either the bite or the elbows.
Yeah, one of the things busted him open. We set up Adam Cole's possible new feud, I believe, is going to be Jungle Boy. Mm-hmm. Jungle Boy appears to be the one that they keep going after each other. Mm-hmm. He's going to go against Kazarian next week. That'll be pretty fun. But we appear to be setting up Kenny versus Bryan Danielson. A bit too early for me. Well, we'll see where that goes. You know, here in AEW, they've always said you have to get wins. So, and even Kenny was yelling, that's not how it works here. Mm-hmm. So we'll see where that goes.
We also got the debut of Ruby Soho.
Yeah, Ruby Soho got her debut match in a pretty decent match, I thought. So yeah, I mean, overall, I thought the episode was pretty good. Mm-hmm. I'm curious where things gonna go. There was a weird segment with Taz and Punk, which we'll get into, but right out the gate, we started off with Dustin Rhodes versus Malachi Black, and it was a pretty good match. It was a match that was told through like a story, though.
Yes,
it was more like about story, about literally. Malachi said he wants to see how angry Dustin can get. This time, Dustin don't make mistakes, and he kept coming at Malachi angry. And Malachi kept like attacking his legs,
kind of like counterattacking him.
Yeah, counterattacking, hitting him in the legs, taking his legs off from under him over and over and over again, kind of making it so that Dustin couldn't really hit the things he wanted to hit.
Right,
which is pretty cool. We here ultimately, by in the end, Malachi did not cheat or anything to win. He
kind of did the same kind of tactic that he kind of did with Lee Johnson, where he kind of like threw in a weapon,
threw a boot,
kind of challenged the opponent to attack him with it.
And then when Dustin was getting up, he hit him with the black mask on the shoulder, but luckily earlier, like right before the shoulder, he had thrown him into a turnbuckle.
Yeah, busted him open. Yeah,
busted him open.
He took the pad off,
and then he hit him with a black mask, like around the shoulder range. Dustin went down 1, 2, 3. They later announced, which we'll talk about that here. Cody's coming back for Arthur Ashe. You spoke about being disappointed that there was nothing to hype that up.
Right. I expected that Cody was going to come out this match just to, just do a face-off or something. We already kind of expected that Malachi and Cody were going to fight each other again. But I assumed that they would give us a little bit of a build there. I thought that we would have saw Cody come back, get very angry with Malachi. Something. We didn't get anything. Yeah, instead, they just kind of threw it at us.
Just threw us at, hey, Cody versus Malachi, Arthur Ashe.
I'm all for it, but hopefully Malachi wins this feud.
Yeah, Malachi needs to win.
I agree.
I feel if Malachi runs through Cody's jobbers, most part.
He took out half the damn family.
Yeah, but he took out the family's all jobbers except for Dustin.
Right.
It just makes, if Cody ends up beating him, it makes what Malachi did pointless.
Right.
For being real. So Cody, it needs to be a good match. I think Malachi goes over though.
I would love
to see during
that.
Arthur Ashe, that's a New York crowd. They would boo the shit out of Cody. I'm pretty positive they will. After that, we had a little bit of a promo for Penta and the Lucha Brothers here. Essentially hyping him up, saying if anybody wants these, come get them.
Love it.
Really good promo.
Absolutely loved it.
We thought they might be setting up Santana and Ortiz for Arthur Ashe. They're not doing that. It's way too soon. My guess is, I don't know who's on the rankings right now.
Yeah, I don't know who they face, but I actually am okay with that. I wouldn't want the Lucha Brothers to lose to Santana Ortiz, or vice versa. I wouldn't want Ortiz and Santana to lose, because who knows how long it'll take for them to
Yeah,
get back here.
yeah. So you gotta build somebody else up.
Agreed.
So right now,
You still got FDR, although they did lose to
yeah,
Santana
so they're
Ortiz.
down.
So I don't know.
Right now, currently, I think ahead is Acclaim and Varsity Blondes.
Varsity Blondes. But Pillman may be a bit busy.
Yeah, so he can't do that. So yeah, I don't know what you do. Do you do the Acclaim versus?
You could do the Acclaim, but remember at Rampage, we had the little promo between Max and Brian Pillman backstage. That feud still seems to be going on just a bit there.
So right now, the top 5:
Mm-hmm.
Bucks, Jurassic Express, Santana Ortiz, Butcher and Blade, and the Varsity Blondes. That's top 5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks are out right now. Jurassic Express, I'm not doing them right now.
I think Blondes are out as well.
Blondes are out.
I think so.
Santana Ortiz is too early.
I agree.
Butcher and Blade are in that Matt Hardy feud, which needs to fucking end.
Agreed.
Like that thing's
That
now
feud's
it's
been
about
going on
the
too long.
hair. Literally, Orange Cassidy's excitement for that match is how we should all feel. Oh, Matt Hardy wants to cut your hair. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah, we got to build some people up right now. Dark Order can't be the ones. Got Butcher and Blade. Private Party have lost so much, so they can't be them.
Mm-hmm.
Who else have they been kind of pushing in the tag division recently?
They could put anybody.
You could do Wardlow and Sean Spears. They've got a couple wins on their belt.
That could definitely be a thing. But Chris, you said Frankie, or who was it?
Sean Spears.
Oh, Sean Spears. Okay.
And Wardlow.
Gotcha.
Right.
Right.
It looks like Wardlow's going to be busy with the whole MJF stuff with Pillman. I don't know what you do at Arthur Ashe.
Mm-hmm.
You got to set up something for the Lucha Brothers. I don't want them just sitting there doing nothing.
Right. Also, cool little detail that Penta was able to leave the blood there.
Yeah,
that was
he left
very,
the blood
very
all
awesome.
over it, which is pretty dope. Then we got Punk coming out. So Punk comes out. He's asking the crowd about, he had one hell of a weekend, one hell of a fight. He's hyping up about the main event, hyping up some other stuff. Talks about who does the crowd want. The crowd mentions Moxley, mentions Pillman, and then Taz gets on the mic and says, I'm not going to let you mention Team Taz.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird.
It was a bit weird.
It was odd, but it's going to get us Team Taz versus Punk, which is cool with me.
Which is essentially Ricky versus
Punk.
Which I'm cool
Hobbs
for.
versus Punk. You got a feud there, a little mini feud for Punk. It'll elevate the other guys, Darby was already already becoming a star.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky, he's got star potential. Hobbs has star potential. You can kind of build him up with Punk. They could both use losses. They talked about Ricky later with Cage again, another promo.
They did.
We need to get that out of the way.
100%.
And Ricky has to win. I'm sorry for Cage, but Ricky's better right now. He's more hot. You gotta lose that match and hot, and then Cage has to move on to something. I think Cage works better as a heel, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
There was some funny ass moments here with Punk saying, "Ain't nobody mentioned anybody from Team Taz."
I am so happy you said that because that was 100% true.
I was like, "Ain't nobody's mentioned you." So
that was 100% true. I was thinking that too when he was cutting the promo. I'm like,
nobody.
There was not one time he said anything.
Yeah, so I'm glad you mentioned that. We got Santana Ortiz hype package, essentially hyping up their. Essentially hyping up. They beat FTR. They moved on. Now they're pursuing the tag belts.
Mm-hmm.
But they know they got to get some wins.
Mm-hmm.
They got to get some victories. Private Party was talking shit on Twitter. So I think I was Isaiah Cassidy. So I guess they'll be doing that feud maybe soon. Not a feud, but like that match. That'll be kind of cool. We got Ruby Soho coming out on the mic or on back interview.
This is awesome.
Yeah, Britt kind
awesome.
of killed her on the microphone though. Britt comes out. Well, Ruby's happy to be here. She's like super excited. Britt comes out saying, "I can't believe you're wasting TV time on this."
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, the line of the night probably. Actually, no. The line of the night came from Jeff later, but her saying, "They call you the runaway. Why don't you run away to catering where you've been for 4 years?" Right. Because of course, Ruby Riott would never got on TV.
And Britt is good on the mic.
Yeah. Then we got a Dante versus Hobbs match.
Yes, we did.
Pretty good match that felt like something happened at the end.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like Powerhouse Hobbs hit his head on the outside when Dante dove. I think it's right here, which we'll probably get in a minute. It looked like he dove. Actually, here might be that.
It could be this one.
It's here. Yeah. Oh no, that's when he catches him right here and throws.
Oh, this was tough.
I've never seen this before.
This is hard.
Yeah, he just throws him against Bam.
Oh.
Let me see if I can find the
Yeah, so this was a very scary situation for Hobbs. He definitely
yeah,
hit his
they
head.
don't have a moment here. They don't have it here.
He definitely hit his head pretty hard on the mat.
He hit the back
you
of his head
guys.
on the concrete.
Yes.
So it's right here.
Welcome back.
It's right there. He hit his head on the concrete. He pretty much you can see the back of his head is right here.
And it's crazy because I didn't catch this at first
I
either.
didn't catch it like right like his head. Boom!
Boom! Right there.
Straight back. And Hobbs was kind of out of it, so he ends up getting a spine buster, which is how they end the match, which I felt like a very there we got Hobbs is kind of out of it. We then got a was it this? No, it was there. We got the Dan Lambert thing. Dan Lambert essentially calling all essentially wrestling fans losers and troll, and he's a troll. He's a dick. I like that he's the voice of Men of the Year.
Although they don't need it. I mean, Ethan's
really good on the mic.
I think Ethan's been showing.
But they
up
need
a
to
lot.
make Men of the Year be something. They don't win. They haven't had anything since the Darby Sting thing. So
Correct.
you gotta like get them into something. Dan called out, says if anybody wants them, they can come get some or whatever. So somebody will attack them soon. Question is who? What tag team could do it?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Like all the tag teams are busy right now.
I feel like they all are. I mean, maybe 2.0, right? Because I mean, are they still technically with?
They're bad guys though.
True, bad guys versus bad guys, but they do that here in
Yeah,
AEW.
but yeah, maybe. And then we got fucking MJF.
Man, he's gold.
MJF started talking trash about Cincinnati, called the shit Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
He just went on a row.
And he continued to trash Linda, who I believe is the aunt of Brian Pillman Jr.
He just went on. First, he goes through the whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
calls out Linda, calls out Brian's sister. I mean, he called her Roseanne. I mean, it was bad. It was one of those where you're like, damn, I might cry. Then Pillman comes out. Pillman holds his own, pretty good. And then I love that MJF was like, wait, you thought it was a good idea to get on the mic against me?
Right.
Which is what everybody was thinking. Pillman did all right, but then MJF started going low.
I was very impressed with Pillman. He showed me a lot here. I love it. I am so happy for him. I think this could definitely elevate his career in the singles division. Very excited to see what happens here.
Then MJF got real.
I do see him losing the feud though.
Yeah,
he's probably gonna lose it.
Called growing up Brian's father's drug addiction.
Same thing with the mom.
Called her Methany. I mean, it was bad, bro.
It was bad.
Like shit. And then they started to fight. There was another brief moment of MJF shitting on Wardlow.
This looked like two stories are developing here.
They've been developing the Wardlow thing for a while.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You definitely could see that Wardlow's patience is starting to run low.
Yeah, so Garrison comes out, gets literally his ass handed to. It just made him look like a dumbass. I'm like, what's happening?
He ran right into a fist.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, he just got hit with a ring. Do they even have it here? He got murdered. Is it here? Yeah, it's right here. Look at this man. I got you. Oh no, yeah. It's like I got you. Oh nope, never mind. He just gets murdered. We then had Ruby Soho's debut match against Hayter, and this match had looked like a couple times. Ruby might have got her bell rung a little bit. In the end, Ruby wins. I didn't even see how she won. I missed that.
I think she hit her with the kick, her right kick.
Yeah, the right kick. I don't know what you call it. I'm guessing maybe the Soho kick, I guess.
I think, I'm not sure what they called it here in
AEW.
AEW.
Let me see. I missed it. Oh, it's
that's the attack. That was the attack.
When was the kick? I wasn't here either. It was a counter. Yeah, I don't know where the kick was.
I was a bit surprised that the match was going to be against Jamie.
Yeah, this spine buster looked fucking murderous.
I assumed that Jamie... I assumed they were going to try to build her to be something.
Jamie's got 2 losses back, a tag loss and a singles loss.
Yeah, and she got eliminated.
She beat Velvet though, so that's something.
But then again, it's just Velvet. No offense to Red Velvet, but who has she really beat? You know,
I mean, she
lost to Brandy, no?
She lost to Jay too,
and I think she lost to Britt for that title.
Mm-hmm.
So she's lost a bit of times.
She lost to a couple of big people. So yeah, but we'll see. Another promo for, like I said earlier, another promo for Ricky Starks. Oh yeah, so what happens here is she gets her ass whooped. Out comes Rio, which the crowd goes crazy for. Out comes Statlander. They're doing a 3-on-3 on Rampage.
That should definitely be
that
fun.
should be fun. it'll be the same crowd as here. So
Right.
this crowd was pretty hot. They do the Ricky thing. Then we got the Dark Order stuff. They're actually bringing the Dark Order story, which has been developing on Dark. They're bringing it into Dynamite. They had a little backstage segments. I don't know. They had a backstage.
Right there. Yep.
They had a backstage segment where they're arguing over stuff. Anna Jay comes in, tells them to get their shit together. We're a team. We're a family. We all come out, and something happens during the match that accidentally Silver runs into Stu or runs into Uno.
Evil Uno, yep.
And then Uno gets mad and pretty much they start to argue.
Yeah, very, very disappointed with Stu. You got a little too distracted with Uno on the floor here. We're in a match, damn it.
And they end up arguing, pushing, and it's just a pushing frenzy. Anna Jay comes out, and she's just looking disappointed, like, what's going on?
Yeah, I think that we should have Anna Jay be the leader of the Dark Order. I'm totally for
I think
it.
that's not a bad way to go. That'd be actually kind of an interesting route to go. Yeah, people were just kind of, Anna Jay do something.
I totally agree. We
set up another match for Rampage. Pillman versus Max Caster. Like I said, they're still going to be in the same arena, Cincinnati. You got to get Pillman a win in Cincinnati. This ain't WWE. They don't have you lose in your city.
Right.
So they're going to do Max versus Pillman. Pillman a win, get a big pop in the city. And that'll be on Rampage, same crowd.
I have a question there. Do you think Garrison is out for a while, story-wise? I mean...
Nah, probably not. It'll probably be fine. Yeah, you would have thought that they could have done the tag match, but maybe Tony's like, no, I don't want the Acclaim to lose that.
Right.
That yet.
Right, because they definitely could be... They could honestly be the ones who could challenge probably the Lucha Brothers next.
Yeah, so they got taken off of the rankings for the month that they were or
when Castro was suspended.
Rama suspended, but like you got to put him back in there now. So we then got the Elite coming out, of course, talking their smack, being what
it's
they do.
It's so hard not to like the Elite. They're so amazing.
Adam Cole comes out, cuts a great promo. He gets into Tony's face for some reason. He is not friends.
Or Tony.
With Tony. He does not like that Tony and Britt are friends. He thinks Tony's trying to get in with Britt. Get some good heat on him.
I wonder now what's going to happen when Britt does her interviews.
I know.
Because that's like the thing. They're always together.
Britt's going to do an interview and then Adam's going to come on and Tony's going to have to go.
It's going to be someone else. Like, where the fuck is Tony?
Yeah. She's going to get super mad. Yeah. So they're talking shit and Kenny's talking about being interrupted. Out comes Bryan Danielson, which again, I'm not the biggest fan of.
I love this.
I'm not the fan of doing this now.
Agree.
Because it's too soon. Like,
I totally
everybody
agree.
wants it. Everybody's hyped about it, but like, let's get Daniel some other ones.
So my best guess is they'll fight at Full Gear.
It's in November.
If they don't do that, it's going to be very odd because.
So my problem with that is that Hangman has to be the first person to beat Kenny for the belt.
Right, but you don't want to throw Bryan Danielson right away into the title picture, right?
So it's so. Oh, you're saying they fight at Full Gear for no title
for the first time?
No title.
I mean, it depends. I mean, does Bryan Danielson want just a match? Does he want?
If you do that match, Bryan has to lose.
Agree. I think he does.
Because Hangman has to be the one to take the belt.
That's why I think that they don't fight each other.
You can't have Bryan take the belt off Kenny. It can't be that. It'll be a WWE guy. That means 3 out of the 4 the people that have held this belt have been WWE, ex-WWE wrestlers. You have Hangman, a good babyface, who can literally take it off Kenny, and you have plenty of rivals to go against him. So I wouldn't do this, but people are hyped, people are excited. I mean, it's cool. Essentially, they set the fight. In comes Jurassic Express and Christian and Kazarian. Ultimately setting up. Well, Adam Cole says he has a fight next week. It's against Kazarian.
Yes.
But it does look like it's going to be Adam Cole versus Jungle Boy, probably at Arthur?
It could be Arthur. It definitely could. That's a big event. You could definitely throw that match on that card. 2
weeks from now. You could also do it here.
On Rampage?
Yeah, when they come here.
Oh, because that's after. You're right.
So I don't know.
Well, what's the bigger crowd? You know what I mean?
Arthur Ashe, yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, would you want Jungle Boy, Adam Cole, bigger crowd? Makes more sense. I would assume.
Probably.
I would assume at Arthur Ashe.
This Poor Cutler gets caught in the middle of the ring at one point.
He definitely did.
What else happened? Back and then everything was moving so quick, man, so quick, right? Because then we had Minoru Suzuki versus John Moxley.
Solid match, very
solid match. Only 10 minutes long though. It made it. The fact that they cut the songs made it seem like somebody went too long. Could have been the promos. That would be the only one that I think would have gone too long. But none of the other matches were really
right.
So my guess is that somebody went long. This match was 10 minutes, hard hitting, bloody as hell.
Oh yeah.
Everything kind of just slaps. No one apologized. Slaps, hard punches. It was what you expect.
It felt very.
Crowd was into it. Crowd was into Moxley. At one point, Minoru gets busted open. Not sure how.
It felt very old school like. Like to me, this match felt very like.
He just busted open. Yeah, it just was it was like two big guys just hitting each other.
Right.
Even though they're not really big guys. I mean, they are, but like not like Hobbs versus Archer.
Right.
And yeah, it just kind of ends with Moxley winning in his crowd, and then it says "Welcome to the Jungle." In Cincinnati, he's from there, hometown. They didn't have here the Tully Blanchard promo, where Tully Blanchard said Spears versus Darby next week.
Yes, I think actually on Rampage,
and that he said, "Me and you, Sting. I have to do it one more time." I was like, "Old ass Tully versus old ass Sting."
I'm for it.
Do I want that?
Something about that excites me.
Just like two old guys. Could they both put on a match?
Could this mean
we get a tag match?
Does this mean that we get Ric Flair coming out?
What? Oh, why? Horseman?
I mean, why not?
The reason.
I mean, has been rumors that Flair could possibly make his way to AEW.
I know, but why in that match?
Same reason why Cole. Why did Cole come back and join the Elite?
Friends with them.
And Ric Flair is friends with Tully. I don't want to see Andrade with Flair.
You just want him.
I just don't want that. And that's what the rumors I think has been going around.
Oh no, I just I mean I mean people just he loves working. Yeah, I don't know. I mean it wouldn't make sense though. Because they don't bring legends in here by themselves. I mean you could have Ric Flair attack Sting. Then you would have 3 of the 4 horsemen. Tully, Arn, and...
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, but Arn is a good guy.
Arn's a good guy, you're right, you're right.
But he was a 4 horseman. I don't know, actually. I mean, I don't think Ric Flair's coming anytime soon. I think they're setting up the story for Chavo to get screwed over by Andrade. Once Andrade figures out that Chavo's the reason that Pac got screwed and left in the UK. And then I mean, I just assume that that's happening because they are setting up the seeds of that. I could see Andrade being like, I want to work with Flair. Sucks because I don't.
I agree. I think Chavo's been doing a great job.
Yeah, I think Chavo's better than Flair.
I think so as well. They flow better in my opinion. They seem like it makes a better.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Ric Flair, Andrade is like dressing like Flair, Mega Money guy. So I get it, but. Yeah, I don't know, but the show ends, and that was it. I thought it was a good Dynamite. I don't know what I would give it. Like I said, I'd probably give it like a 3.5.
I think I gave it a solid 3.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Just because it wasn't like anything super over the top crazy.
Yeah.
One thing that I was upset with was just the Cody and Malachi announcement. I felt like we just didn't get any build for it. I mean, we knew that that's where they were going to go with that, but...
Yeah, but no like big return for Cody.
Yeah, like have Cody come out and then stare Malachi down. You know what I mean?
If you're gonna do it, yeah, I agree.
Just give us a little bit of something to be excited about. It's just something that we expected. So it's like, we're gonna see this again.
It would have been if you're gonna do the match anyway, have Cody come out when Dustin's getting it. Like Malachi's attacking Dustin. Nothing with the Gun Club. I think they're throwing that away.
I hope so, because it was so random. It was so random, so weird. It didn't make sense. Why turn on Paul White?
Speaking of the Gun Club, they're like fucking 20-something and 0. They're not ranked.
Oh, wow. I was just going to say, they could have possibly had a shot.
Why aren't they ranked?
It's a good question. Well, Austin technically just came back. And that group is so weird.
But they've been...
That group is so weird because when Austin wasn't there, it was Billy and Colton. So who would technically be the right person to...
I guess Billy and...
Yeah, right.
I don't know. But
So I don't know.
that's the show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We're gonna get out of here and we'll talk to you guys later.